Powerless is DC's first comedy. It's about a group of regular people in a superhero universe trying to find their own superpowers. Hey there, I'm Danny Pudi. I play Teddy in Powerless. Teddy is the chief design officer at Wayne Industries. He is a self-proclaimed disruptor. He, on the outside, can be seen as arrogant, but I think he's extremely confident. He knows the difference between cobalt blue and aqua blue, for instance, or French blue. He is very loyal to his team and is battling some self-doubt and insecurity. I was really excited to join Powerless. I was a fan of comic books growing up, and I think me in particular, being a regular person in the DC universe probably makes more sense. Just being honest. It's fitting that I get to be Teddy, Chief Design Officer in the DC universe, trying to find his own superpowers. It's been pretty cool. I mean, as a kid, I grew up a huge fan of Batman. So some of the stuff that drew me to this world is already there. It's kind of going back to my childhood in many ways. DC Comics sent me some good comic books to read, so I've been catching up. I watched a lot of Batman cartoons. I think the cool thing about this show, I guess the different thing, is that it's about regular people in the DC universe. So we're the only comedy in the DC universe right now. So it's fun because we get to sort of go by our own rules. We're in Charm City. It's a new location. So we're affected by the high stakes world of superheroes, but at the same time, we're just regular people trying to figure out what they're going to eat for lunch. The show is set at Wayne Securities. It's the research and development division of Wayne Enterprises. It's kind of a small niche group. They don't affect much change, and they're struggling with that and what that means. I think they're very aware of all the superheroes flying above their heads and staring at their beautiful costumes, and they're very tailored, nice fits. And what can they do to have meaning? And I think that's their sort of journey. It's trying to figure out what can they do in the R&D wing of the small unit within Wayne Enterprises to affect change. So that's what we're doing every day, and I think that adds to the comedy. I think audiences are going to relate to this show because it's about a group of very regular people in the superhero universe. I think we're all familiar with, the big superhero franchise movies and very muscular bodies. People are ready for bodies that aren't so muscular, like mine. And so I think people are going to really relate to that. And the fact that little things matter. I think that's what the show is sort of about. It's about, what can we do that isn't so splashy and big in our everyday lives, that is still fun and that still has meaning. Everyday life for Teddy is picking out the right outfit, color coordinating, making sure they're complementary colors, making sure it fits nicely, getting to the office, making sure his desk isn't cluttered. Clutter's not good. Connecting with his individuals about the day's design plans, maybe going for a walk. You got to clear your head a little bit. And then figuring out the sort of newest innovation and what can they do? What's the newest upgrade? Looking at the color palette, looking at the color wheel, making sure he remembers the difference between cobalt blue and French blue. That's kind of Teddy. I was excited about the show in the very first place because I thought this was such a great idea. It's a nice twist. In terms of the superhero genre, I feel like this is a good time to experiment with comedy. The movies are larger than life and huge and splashy and very action-packed. And I've always wondered what is life like for the real people in that world who are affected by shattered buildings, train crashes, flying objects, aliens, power outages. Like, what is life like? How do you get to work? What do you do that day? Do you take the day off? I mean, what do you do? Do you still go to, do you figure out, your taxes? Or do you just kind of be like, well, maybe they don't matter because Starro just attacked the city. But we still have to do our taxes, So I guess that's a lesson. It's like, unfortunately, you still got to do your taxes, even if Starro's there. We're a little bit tied more to Bruce Wayne and specifically research and development, which is cool because we get to innovate products. We get to explore new products that might enhance people's lives, make them feel more powerful. It gives us something more to do on a weekly basis. For my character as chief design officer, it gives me something to kind of like focus my energies. Maybe this is where I am finding my powers and being able to design something beautiful, light, smart, stylish. We have a really great cast. Vanessa Hudgens is an amazing leader, and she could do anything. Alan Tudyk is hilarious and incredible, and watching him and Christina together, they're like this really funny comedic duo. And then I get to kind of, buddy around, like do a Three Stooges sort of routine every week with Ron Funches and Jenny Pearson, who are hilarious as Ron and Wendy. And to me, it's been fun exploring this new ensemble dynamic. And I think that's been really fun because it is about these people, these very regular people in this world, trying to figure out what they can do to be powerful when they don't really have any superpowers. So I'm excited to see where those relationships go. My character in particular, Teddy, is battling some insecurities. And though on the outside he might seem very confident and very knowledgeable about the products he's designing and very specific. We're already starting to sort of peek behind the curtain and see that he's dealing with some family expectations and some self-doubt. So that's been fun to kind of start seeing what these people are dealing with in the superhero universe, because you don't really get to see that, So I'm excited to see where else this goes, the other layers underneath my character and within the group, that sort of dynamics that play out. Powerless is the first comedy in the DC universe. It's about a group of buddies in an office trying to figure out what is their power. What are they going to do? It's a buddy comedy. It's like The Office set in the superhero universe. Watch it. And Vanessa Hudgens.